On this episode of the Fright Chronicles, we are going to take a deep dive into if you should spend your hard-earned money and check out the LA Haunted Hayride for 2025. When it comes to the LA Haunted Hayride, I try to always go with an open mind in hopes that with every passing year that they listen and hope that they update the hayride. But we'll get back to my thoughts on the hayride a little bit later. Now, let's talk about the mazes, haunted houses that they're offering this year. This year, they're offering one that is based around the actress Janelle Monáe, and I believe they had this last year. It was a very good maze. There was some jump scares, and it was a decent house. Now, I know when it comes to the LA Haunted Hayride, I really shouldn't have high expectations because it's never been like a top-tier haunt. But to me, I've always had a fun time and I've always been entertained when I go through the haunted houses. But this year, something just seemed a little different. Now, one thing that did surprise me was the Elvira tie-in. And I have to say, in previous years, the Trick or Treat maze has always been disappointing. The only time it actually was fun to walk through was in the beginning when the LA Haunted Hayride started. It was really fun because you got to ring the doorbell and monsters would come out and they would actually hand you candy. Well, this year, it seems like they kind of brought that aspect back with the Elvira tie-in, and you go up to the doors and you ring the doorbell. Some monsters would give you candy and some would just interact with you, but I was pleasantly surprised with this new updated Trick or Treat, and this was probably one of my favorite mazes of the night. But of course, now when I think of the Haunted Hayride, the first thing that comes to my mind is not the actual hayride, because again, we'll get to that in a little bit, but of course, the Monty Revolta show. He definitely makes the Haunted Hayride. If you don't care to go through the mazes or to go on the actual hayride, you have to check out Monty Revolta. He is probably the best part of this event. I love the show that they put on and all of the horror aspect of his show. It's just a great time. If it weren't for Monty Revolta, I don't know if I would actually go to the hayride anymore. He's that fantastic. So now let's get to what you've been wondering. And now we're going to talk about the actual hayride. Now, I don't like to talk bad about an event because I love Halloween, and anything Halloween I'm all for. And now I know how they have a new owner who also runs the Queen Mary and Magic of the Jack-o'-lanterns. They're really trying hard, I think, but the hayride, which is what this event is named after, the Los Angeles Haunted Hayride. The hayride is an absolute joke. I don't know why they don't try to improve it every single year. First off, there's hardly any actors that are in the actual hayride. Secondly, they don't seem to update any of the props or the sets. And it's laughable. I don't understand why they just can't make it better. It's probably the worst thing that they have, and this is what the event is named after. I really go every single year in hopes that they will improve it. And they don't. It just seems to get worse and worse and worse. So at this point, this is where I say, don't even waste your money on the hayride, because they offer different tickets. A ticket for just the hayride, or a ticket that includes the hayride and the mazes. Honestly, skip the hayride and go through the mazes, because the mazes are far superior than the actual hayride. The hayride at this point is, don't even waste your time, because it's ridiculous. But the one thing the hayride has going for it is the atmosphere. You definitely feel like you are in an amazing Halloween town with the interactive townspeople that come out and interact with you. Then you've got the spooky carousel ride. That's what makes this event so special to me. The last haunted house or maze that we went through was called Hellbilly Halloween. I believe it might be reimagined, but I'm not sure. But this year, there was like no actors inside of this maze. Was maybe jump scared a few times. It was basically just looking at scenes. I was really disappointed. Now, I don't know if this is a running theme with this event, but it seems that they have a hard time staffing this event. But the scare actors that are working this event are doing an amazing job. And I really want to give kudos to them because they're doing the best they can in some of the houses where there really aren't that many actors. So again, thank you for your hard work and dedication, because I know it is not easy being a scare actor. So all in all, would I recommend this event? Yes and no. Yes, if you want to go to a fun Halloween town style, whatever you want to call it, and have some fun, creepy interactions with the creepy townspeople. But to go on the actual hayride that the event is named after, no. The hayride is an absolute skip. Don't waste your time. But the mazes are fun. Again, I really loved the Elvira's trick-or-treating. That has improved over the years, so definitely a thumbs up for that. And of course, the Monty Revolta show. You cannot pass up and miss the Monty Revolta show. If you like this type of content, make sure you slash that subscribe button to join the Fright fam. And until next time, don't forget to stay spooky.